Soundstripe. Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
Of people here, and to use your phrase, we're talking about a just society. It can't be just for some Aboriginal people and not for others.
Harry Daniels played a leadership role in the recognition of existing rights of all Aboriginal peoples in the Canadian Constitution.
Together with the representatives of the Indian and Inuit peoples, we agreed that the word Métis would be recognized in the Constitution as Aboriginal peoples. Mr. Chairman, I'm a Métis from Regina Beach, Saskatchewan, who is proud of his Aboriginality and who believes that every person of Native ancestry, from whatever Indian stock and from whatever corner of this great country, has a special place in the Constitution in Section 35.
Despite resistance,
possible for him to hold his head high as a proud member of the Métis Nation. And Gabriel will... The title of his talk is Harry Daniels and the Daniels Case, a son's perspective on the man, his legacy, and vision for a united Métis Nation. Please welcome Gabriel Daniel.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. I normally don't do a lot of public speaking, so I'm going to be kind of all over the place. I haven't written anything down, but I'd like to acknowledge everyone here on the panel, some very dear friends of my father, and my mother and my sister. Glad that I can see them here in town. As you were saying, I live in Winnipeg. Actually, where I live in Winnipeg right now, it's the River Heights area, and that's where the Grant Park Mall is. I can't remember the name of that area at the time, but that's where Métis people used to live in that area, and they were pushed out. And I live where they were, so I don't know. I always think that's kind of anyway. About my father, I guess if you knew him, like any stories I tell you, any words I have, it doesn't do its justice. He was a larger than life figure, and I was very proud of him. But I have to say though, as a young man, not growing up with them, I was always angry, had an anger that I didn't get the time with them that I wanted as a son. So as life went on, as I got to be an adult, I learned and accepted that he had to be the way he was to do what he achieved. And you know, what he did in 82, getting the Métis in the Constitution, I know he always felt, as proud as he was of it, he always felt it was incomplete. Like it wasn't, like, yeah, we were recognized as a people, but we were in 91-24. So I know that always bothered him. So when he passed, and I got a call to fill in for him, it was an very easy decision, because I knew what it meant to him, and I knew what it meant to uniting our people. And uniting our people, I think, is, in my opinion, is at a very sad state, because we have some Metis, no, I'm not saying all Metis, some Metis who, and it's my personal opinion as well, that we have all these mixed blood people all across the country, and I don't feel, if they're not from the Red River, then we cannot exclude them to being in our club, because we came from nothing. So to tell others that they're not welcome to be with us. Because I was flipping through this, and there's some scholars. I'm not a scholar. I'm like you said, I'm a carpenter, I'm an actor. You know, everyone's got opinions. Everyone's a genius nowadays, and that's fine. But if we're not focusing on uniting, like the government does a good enough job trying to keep us apart, we don't need to do the work for them. So anyhow, I'm not gonna use up my whole 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't even know. I should have wrote stuff down, but I don't know. I'm proud of my father, and to all you critics who are against the case, or you know what? I do want to say something. When I went down to the Supreme Court for the hearing, the thing that pissed me off, that our own people are there intervening it. Like, I don't know. Is it money? Is that what the problem is? Like, is it, oh man, there's gonna be not enough money for everybody? Like, if that's your mentality, then get the hell out of here and go do something else. Because if you're not in it for all of us, and you're not in it for the betterment of all of our people, then I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to know you. I don't want you to represent us. Like, I'm a carpenter. I'll make my own money. I don't care. I'll get my own way. Sorry, I'm a little emotional. I just, every time I talk about my dad, I get this way. So, thank you for having me.
Can I ask you?
Yeah. How did my name get on the court case? It was Dale Gibson who called me, and he said, "Look, your dad died." I was like, "Yeah." He said, the Daniels case, it's happening, and I knew him and Dwight were talking about it back in the day, but I didn't know how far it was, and I didn't even know he filed it. Actually, I remember him talking about it, but anyway, he called me and said, "Look, we need you or someone, if it isn't you, to take his place." So I was like, okay, and then he told me about the case. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure, man. If it's about bringing people together and completing, getting us in the Constitution, then to fulfill my dad's legacy, then yes, absolutely. Logically, for me, anything that makes sense in terms of negotiating for land or bringing people together, I'm all for it. And I do want to say one other thing to the critics and the other politicians who don't agree with my father's vision. And that's fine. But like I said, I don't want anything from anybody. I make my own living. I don't care. But what I do want from my father is his rightful place. To be up there alongside Louis. That's what I want. And I guarantee you, if Harry and Louis were here with me, they would agree.